Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Zero, and welcome back to Home Safety Hotline, which is the horror game where you work a home safety hotline that answers calls about various cryptids. Now I have played this full game before, but it has a new sequel DLC that is festive and winter themed. Alright, let's see what's on. Welcome back. Rebecca, all of us here at HSH are ever grateful for your annual service during one of our busiest and most vital work weeks. While we only get to experience your talents for 1 week every year, we just want you to know you are highly valued here and an important member of the HSH family. Best of luck this year, Rebecca. We're all counting on you. Rodney. Dog! I heard you were back in the office today. You aren't going to forget about coming to say hi to your best pal Rodney from IT, are you? I know you wouldn't dare forget. Remember, I got serious dirt on you, dog. Some of us actually remember last year's Christmas party XD. Anyway, glad to have you back. See you around. I'm going to destroy you, Rodney. Let's see. Phenomena Forside and Nanavut. Not sure if I'm saying that correctly. 3 days until Christmas. Oh man, we have cheer levels. Oh my god. Welcome, employee. Begin shift, clock in. Alright, I remember this from the beginning. So this is a standalone DLC, I believe, so if you're watching this and you haven't seen the first game, feel free to finish this video out first, and then just go back and watch the first one.
It is I, Carol. It is good to have you back in our employ, Rebecca. Thou art a lifesaver every season, and thy yearly return is appreciated as always. I, of course, have no need to tell you how things work here, but I will remind you that we are hosting our annual office Christmas party again the day after Christmas. It would please me to see you there. We're all counting on you, Rebecca.
Don't worry, you got it. Okay, so you're not going to necessarily see me read out full descriptions just to save time, because I mean, there's an entire list here. And some of these are things I went over in the original game. But I think if something's relevant to the specific topic, I will obviously do kind of like a bit of like a partial read. This is a new one, by the way, Antler Groves.
Can you send over an electrician? Our lights keep flickering off, and we're trying to get our Christmas tree ready for when our folks arrive.
Put on hold.
Please hold.
Let me see if... I don't think Antler Groves had anything to do with, like, electricity. I will come back to you, Antler Groves. Attic Gnomes. So anything that's new to the DLC is under new. I'm not sure if any of the old things are going to be relevant or not. Avalanches. Once again, if I don't think they're relevant, I'm not necessarily going to stop and read anything until I think they are. Stone formations. Dwarves. Small rock-like creatures. Whoa. Elves. Yeah, these are some elves, alright. This is not relevant. False carolers. Well, these are actually pretty scary. Forgotten Bogart. Or Boggart? Something like that. Danger. Are harmless to those unaware or indifferent to their existence, but are at risk of inhabiting the homes of those with an interest in discovering them and discussing them, thereby increasing the risk of hazardous activities such as flooding, fires, or electric outages. I don't think it's relevant here, though. Not yet, anyway. Mountain Warlock. Oh my god. Pine Sprites. This might be it. Pine Sprites are a small green subspecies of sprite known for inhabiting pine trees. Homeowners with Pine Sprites or often report rustling sounds or finding pine needles and sap in strange places. Pine Sprites are harmless if left to their own devices, though their behavior can turn hazardous if their home is disturbed. They are yep, this is it, 100%. They've been known to sometimes cause fires or electrical shortages when electrical devices such as lights are introduced to their homes. Yep. Pine Sprites keep their chosen homes for their entire 160 to 180 year lifespans, so it is advised to avoid disturbing them by refraining from decorating any trees they have inhabited. Homeowners may also choose to safely relocate an inhabited tree away from their home by utilizing HSH's pest control services. You got Pine Sprite, buddy. While we're waiting, I'm going to take a look at what else is new here. Red nose! Oh my god, it's Rudolph. Sinking foundation. This is just literally just a sinking foundation. Like, this is just not even a cryptid. Could have been a mouse.
Please hold.
I mean, you didn't really, like, specify anything else. You just said, like, it scurried. I mean, that's literally one of the options here was mice. Snow golems. Sugar wisps. This would not be it. Time wisps. Nope. A twilight. Whoa. I'm honestly just gonna submit mice, just because it literally sounded like there was a mice in the background. And everything else was just so vague about it. It's just like, oh, it's huge, it's scared of my, you know, like, thing. It literally sounded like that. I could be wrong, I could just be misremembering. Basically a false memory just implanted in the simulation. Hello.
I think some kids are building some forts on our property.
Maybe snow
I'm
golems.
looking at a bunch of big tall mounds outside our house, just coming from about every angle. I need someone to come and take these down for me. I'd do it myself, but I'm currently recovering from a back injury after slipping on something wet in my living room this morning.
Yeah, something went in my living room.
Please
Put in hold.
hold.
Let's check out the snow golems. Wet floors. Okay, snow golems are large humanoid mounds of snow that are capable of moving on their own. Homeowners experiencing snow golem infestations commonly report wet floors, power outages, recently faulty or broken heaters, or strange snow formations outside the home, which could be the fort part. Snow golems can prove hazardous to humans in a variety of ways. Their tendency to target home heaters, especially during hazardous freezing weather, can cause medical issues such as frostbite or hypothermia in affected homeowners. Direct contact with a snow golem while it is in pursuit of its target is also frequently fatal. These are actually pretty dangerous. When caught early, snow golems can simply be removed from a home by turning up the heat in a home to speed up their melting process and blocking easy access to home heaters or fireplaces. If snow golems succeed in removing potential heat sources from a home, it is highly advised to utilize HSH's pest control services. So I'm going to submit that in, because you specified wet floor. And the mounds would be the golems themselves.
I've seen him. I've seen him. I know you people know about things like this. I know what you really do. I have photos. We can get these out in front of the public. The people need to know. Please, help me get this out to the world before it's too late. I know he's been tracking me.
Please hold.
The Wild Man is real. Could be... It was Warlock Remnant. No, this was from the previous game. I think they are focusing mainly on new stuff, I'm assuming. Mountain Warlock, maybe. The Wild Man is real. Now, I'm going to read the description in a second. There's something else I thought it could be, aside from things that are from the previous game. There's false carolers. No, it's not that. It's, yeah, this is the one, Forgotten Bogart or whatever. Because he's obsessed with these photos, revealing the thing and everything. Forgotten Bogarts are a wild-roaming subspecies of Bogart that are untethered from memory. They are known to dwell in uninhabited outdoor locations such as forests or mountains until they find a new homes with those that are capable of witnessing and discussing them. Yep. Homeowners that have attracted the Forgotten Bogart, I think it's actually Bogart, right? Often report strange sightings and an obsession with discovery. It's been a while since I played the previous games. I don't remember how I was saying this. Forgotten Bogarts are harmless to those unaware or indifferent to their existence, but are at risk of inhabiting the homes of those with an interest in discovering them and discussing them, thereby increasing the risk of hazardous activities such as flooding, fires, or electric outages. It is advised homeowners do not dwell on the possibility of nearby Forgotten Bogarts, and a Forgotten Bogart sighting, or any thoughts of Forgotten Bogarts to prevent them from inhabiting one's home. Never speak of a Forgotten Bogart. Anyway, let's submit this. Forgotten Bogart. You should forget what you saw, my friend. I really want to read that Mountain Warlock one. I'm gonna wait till, like, I think it comes up. Gives better context of what you're reading.
Please hold.
Okay, you are dealing with something really bad. I'm gonna look through these things. There's a couple things I think it could be. I'm wondering if it's a sugar wisps. Sugar wisps are an invisible subspecies of wisp known for its sweet plum-like aroma and its ability to influence the dreams of appetites of humans. Homeowners afflicted by sugar wisps often report an intense craving for sweets, which could be the need more. Dreams of dancing orbs and malnourishment, that could be the too weak. Sugar wisps can be quite hazardous to human health thanks to their influence on their victims' preferred diet. Sustained exposure to sugar wisps can lead to mild to severe medical problems, ranging from tooth decay and diabetes to starvation. I think it's more of this part right here. Sugar wisps can be dissuaded from influencing their chosen victims by blocking access to their victims' sense of smell. Homeowners are advised to utilize nose plugs or a similar apparatus while they sleep until sugar wisp eventually depart on its own. I'm just gonna go down with that. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah. So, there's strange noises coming from
Dwarves.
our basement. I don't know what's down there, but I can hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises at night. I don't dare go down myself, but my wife said she found little round pellets or something down there.
I mean, that could also just sound like a mouse in a lot of ways.
Please hold.
Let me read this one. Dwarves are small rock-like creatures known for creating and living in underground burrows, sometimes extending their territory into human homes. Homeowners with dwarf infestations often report increased heat in their home, clattering or banging sounds, and finding rubble or holes in the basements or cellars. So we have basement. Scurrying around making little scratching noises at night. Now that doesn't really sound like clattering or banging, but it could also be it. Wife found little round pellets. Dwarves are harmless to most mammals, with their diet consisting of mostly of insects, soil, and rocks. Dwarves' burrowing activities can often cause foundational problems or structural damage to a home. However, dwarves can be dissuaded from tunneling into a home by placing clippings of parasitic plants, such as mistletoe or rattles, in or around cellars and basements. Active infestation should be handled by HSH's Pest Control Services. I mean, bats here. Small dry pellets. Scratching. Flapping at night. You know, actually, it could just be a bat. Do bats? Well, I don't have a basement, so I wouldn't know. If bats have a tendency to go into basements. I mean, I've seen bats go into my attic, but I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. I'm just gonna go with bat because this specifically says pellets, and nothing in the dwarf thing said pellets. No, that was the wrong one. So it actually was, probably dwarfs. Or it could have been another creature. Yeah, that was specifically the wrong one. So he's gonna call us the next day and be like, it wasn't bats, it was dwarves! They took my gold and my dragon! And I'll just be like, you know what? Those dwarves, they get greedy, they dig. From Rodney, dude, did you see this yet? Everyone keeps forwarding this to me. I can't tell if they're taking it seriously or not, but either way it's hilarious. Thought you'd get a kick out of it. On this day, you know, I'm not going to read this. This is one of those things. Current risk profile moderate. What is this? Aurora Borealis? Two days until Christmas. So we have like an overall health bar that's like extending throughout the whole thing. I don't see anything new.
Greetings, Rebecca. It is Carol again.
What's
There
up,
have been
Carol?
reports of some new activity, so we have gone ahead and made some new information available to thee. I pray things are going well thus far. Thou knowest as well as I what is at stake. I do hope to see thee soon, Rebecca.
Alright, I'm gonna click for these real quick. Frost wisps. Hans?
I need someone to come fix our windows. I fear there's a terrible draft coming in, and I wouldn't want anyone at my second family gathering to catch a cold. I'm hosting at least 20 additional family members, and I need this place locked tight for their sakes. I've already caught something dreadful during our last hosted function, and I don't intend for it to happen again.
That is so specific.
Please hold.
Whoa, this little part about Hans. I'll come back here if I find some time to, but occupied human adults may commit acts they do not condone, including more hazardous behaviors such as murder, debauchery, and arson. Alright, this is a weird one. I'm actually going to read this just because this one's so weird. Lucy is a semi-solid humanoid creature vaguely resembling a pale human woman known for slipping inside homes during hailstorms. Homeowners often report a slimy, semi-transparent substance near openings such as doors, windows, air ducts, and chimneys. Lucy can be quite hazardous to any humans or pets that cross its path, as Lucy is known to steal the warmth of warm-blooded mammals, often leaving behind their crumbled, frozen remains. Damn, heat-sucking slug. It's highly advised to quietly hide all warm-blooded inhabitants of a home if Lucy is suspected to be present, and wait patiently for it to pass through its own. The mayor. Oh my god. It's a skeletal horse. Well, it just eats all your food and stuff, so it's just like a bad roommate. An ogress. And what else is new? Winter fur. Contagious virus known to cause rapid growth of white hair. You basically become Santa Claus. Yule cat. Oh man, Yule cat. Yule goat. Goat sheet variations can sometimes occur in a home during the winter. Yule men. There's a broken window here. Let me read this one. This might actually be relevant. Yeomen are a subspecies of gnome that appear as small, hairy humanoids with pointed craniums that are often most seen traveling in packs of 13 or more. Homeowners infested yeomen often report broken windows, which she did point out, stolen food, sounds of clattering or giggling, and more rarely missing pets or children. Now that part, there's nothing here about that. But they did catch something dreadful. I'm not sure if they mean they caught a cold, or literally something living dreadful. Yeomen are harmless to human adults, but can be a safety hazard for household pets that are small enough to eat, and human children who have attracted the attention of an ogress. That kid should have just gone out of that swamp. Yeomen will typically leave a home on their own once satisfied with their taking. To prevent yeomen from entering one's home, homeowners may board up windows and close off sufficiently large openings such as chimneys, but in most circumstances this is highly inadvisable. Elves. Elves are humanoid creatures with pointed ears and often inhabit large-scale human social gatherings. 20 additional family members. Under the guise of being forgotten friends, family, or acquaintances. Homeowners who have made direct contact with elves often report headaches, nausea, or lightheadedness. Could be this part. Danger. Elves are known to lower the immune response of humans they come into direct contact with, often leading to the contracting of a variety of illnesses resulting in long-term hazardous or fatal consequences. To prevent or minimize contact with elves, it is advised homeowners do not interact. Oh, I see, it's subtle. Yeah, they're literally elves. Do not interact with anyone they do not recognize or at social functions, especially those claiming to have history or personal connection with them. It is also advised to keep social functions to a minimum or to closely supervise the attending parties to prevent unwanted intrusions. Yeah, it was elves, because of the 20 people thing. I turned this option on, it's in the option menu, this will just speed things up for me.
This packet you sent doesn't make any sense, and there is still something in our basement. I'm calling Papa Paul's pest control from now on.
I still don't know what it could have been. I mean, it could have been dwarves, but there are some other things that's in the basement that, especially in the previous game. Because he didn't say, like, our basement's falling apart, they've taken our gold! You know, like, he didn't say anything dramatic like that, so it could have easily been just never passed. Charlie.
God, I'm dead! I'm dead and I'm only 33.
Okay, that's a winter wisp or whatever.
Please say I can change this. Please say I can change it!
Please hold.
I already know this because I, like, sped read it when I was, like, clicking through. Where are you? No, it wasn't winter wisp. It's got a different name. Not memory wisp. That's a positive thing in a weird way. Frost wisp. Yeah, mortality. Frost wisps are a subspecies of wisp that commonly take on the appearance of semi-transparent crystallized orbs. Homeowners suffering from frost wisps, I don't like saying that word, often report shivering sensations, a chill in the air in otherwise warm places, and sudden lingering thoughts of their own mortality. Frost wisps are harmless to most mammals and humans in their vicinity as long as they keep their distance, but direct contact with a frost wisp can cause hazardous effects such as frostbite. Frost wisps will remain in a home so long as the homeowners continue to linger on dreadful thoughts such as mortality or the prospect of decomposition. Homeowners are advised to distract themselves with any manner of cheerful activity, like watching my channel, Manly Battle Zero, food or friendly company to keep such thoughts at bay. For more persistent frost wisp infestations, it is advised to utilize HSH's pest control services. You got yourself a frost wisp there. Now if that's wrong, I'm gonna be a little surprised. Oh, it is wrong. Oh! Then I should have, like, looked a little more.
Heed this warning, Rebecca. You know, as well as I, the potential consequences of failure during this time. But perhaps this reminder may serve to further stoke thy fire. Please, for all our sakes, answer future calls with careful consideration of the cost we all pay, Rebecca.
What else could it have been? Because, like, I'm only 33, I'm dying. The mayor. No.
There's some kind of dying animal in our yard. Can you send someone out to put it out of its misery? It's been screaming like hell for the past hour, and I'm far too squeamish to go look at it or touch it myself.
I think it's the mayor.
My son is only 10 years old, and he's very worried about the poor thing, so please hurry.
Please hold.
Ironically, we just coincidentally clicked on this. But I still want to know, like... It's not that. It's not one of the old ones, I think. It probably was time wisps. Because it is a positive thing, but it also can be a negative thing, too. That's what I'm going to say right now. My bad. Okay, the mare. The mare is a skeletal horse-like humanoid draped in a variety of tinsels and fabrics. It is known for its distinct song-like screeching and its tendency to approach the entrances of homes after dark. Homeowners often report the sounds of wailing, screeching, or singing. The mare poses little to no danger to humans or animals, but has been known to consume large amounts of homes' food and beverages if invited inside. The mare cannot be disrupted while feasting. The mare poses no direct threat to homeowners. It can either be invited in to let it feast until it is contented, at which point it will leave on its own, or it can be safely ignored if homeowners are willing to bear with the noises it creates for a few hours. The use of earplugs or soundproof materials can assist homeowners who do not wish to invite the mare into their home. Where are you? Where you at? Maybe you're... okay, yeah. That could be still wrong. No, it was right. Okay. We still have 83% of a health bar. We're still okay.
I think Betty's cat is on the prowl.
Yule cat.
I need someone to come put that beast down. First, Betty doesn't show up to the PTA meeting this week, and now it seems her cat is on the loose again, leaving its disgusting feastfuls of feathers behind on neighbors' porches.
Feathers.
Please hold.
Wait, missing neighbors. Yule cats are large feline-like creatures known for prowling unpopulated, high-elevation areas during the winter. They feed primarily on various textiles and fabrics. Homeowners experiencing Yule cats often report sounds of hissing, growling, large paw prints in the snow, and missing clothes or neighbors. Yule cats' diet of fabrics can prove quite hazardous to clothed homeowners if caught in their path. And due to their size and speed, most human adults and children will not survive these sorts of encounters. Damn. Yule cat's strength also allows them to easily break into homes in search of food if sufficiently hungry, damaging doors and windows in the process. If a Yule cat is suspected to be active in the area, homeowners should take quick action to leave out a variety of fabrics and textiles within a safe distance outside the home. It is advised to deliver these fabrics completely unclothed. So, obviously, the key is cat. Petty doesn't show up at the PTA meeting, because Betty could be dead. But they mentioned feathers, and I remember the false caroler, I think, when I sped read, was... also has missing neighbors and large feathers appearing around neighborhood doorsteps. So I'm going to read this one now, because this also could be it. Because she says, I think Betty's cat is on the prowl. She didn't say she saw a cat. But they also makes no mention of this noise. False carolers are flocks of feathered humanoid creatures draped in many layers of clothing that are known for their pleasant singing vocalizations and for approaching the entrances of homes after dark. Homeowners afflicted by false carolers often report sounds of singing, missing neighbors, or large feathers appearing around neighborhood doorsteps. False carolers pose a very direct threat to humans and animals, as they're known to carry away anything that comes close enough to them away to their nesting grounds to feed their young. If false carolers are suspected to be present in the neighborhood, all homeowners in the affected area should stay locked inside their homes until sunrise. As long as their chosen feeding grounds remain fruitful, false carolers return to the same feeding ground each night. Most false carolers will move on to other territory after a few consecutive nights of unsuccessful hunts. For more persistent infestations, it is highly advised to utilize HSH's pest control services. So let's look at this. So, I don't think it'd be Hans or one of these people, yeah. No, it doesn't really... So it's either the false or it's the cat. Okay. Now, here's the key in this one. It's feathers. With cat, it's leaving fabric. But once again, she doesn't say she saw a cat. She just thinks she saw, like, the cat's on the prowl. And she says, Betty's missing. But both the Yule cat and the false caroler abduct your neighbor. I'm honestly, here's... Now that could be very well wrong, and I'll accept that. I'm only going with false carolers because I'm doing like a self-psych out thing, and this is a very easy mental trap to do, where I'm thinking the cat thing is too obvious, and it's a trap by the game developers to make you go for the Yule cat because they just added the Yule cat. And I'm trying to be like, I see you're playing 4D chess. Well, I'm playing 5D chess, Yugi. Like that. And I could be completely wrong, and Yugi has the Exodia and is about to blow me away, and I'm going to fully accept that. I'm going for it. False caroler. Because of the feathers. It was right. Looks like I won, Yugi. I'm a step ahead of you, game devs.
Why did you send me this? What does this mean? Am I still going to die? Am I still going to die? Oh, God! My birthday is next week. I'll change. I swear I'll change.
Yeah, it was Time Wisp. I swear I'll change. And I remember I did bring up the Time Wisp. I didn't say it by name, but I did say, like, oh, maybe not that one. Desire to better themselves. I got thrown off because of the, yeah.
I think there's some kind of mold problem in our house. I keep finding this nasty kind of thick slime residue near the air vent, and I think it's scaring the pets. Our poor cat hasn't wanted to come back inside yet, so I need this fixed as soon as possible.
There's a few things this could
Please
be.
hold.
Now, the first thought would be Lucy. We did read this one earlier. Now, where do they say air vents, air ducts, hazardous to any humans or pets? I mean, their pet could just be dead. Or it's just scared of this thing. There is another thing here that from the old game. Water secretions. Honestly, I'm just gonna submit this. I just think it's this one, just because this is a new entry. And they do have a bias towards new entries. Okay, that was correct.
Oh my God, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain! Please send someone over before it's too late!
Please hold.
I mean, that literally could just be an avalanche. Avalanches are large quantities of rapidly moving snow, usually occurring in steep sloped environments such as mountains or hills. Homeowners experiencing an avalanche often report shaking, thunderous sounds coming from above, or sudden burials. Avalanches are highly dangerous to most mammals or humans caught in their wake, as direct impact will often instantly crush or maim soft-bodied creatures. Good thing I'm not human. Avalanches can also quickly bury or blockade entrances or windows to a home, burying those inside and potentially leading to asphyxiation. At first sign of an avalanche, homeowners are advised to stay indoors, preferably away from windows, and wait for the avalanche to pass. If buried, homeowners are advised to make contact, if possible, and wait rescue. Homeowners can increase their chances of survival by refraining from burning away precious oxygen via starting fires or screaming. Now, there was another thing that causes avalanches. The mountain warlock. Mountain warlocks are humanoid creatures resembling elderly human men. They are known to lie dormant in their high elevation domains until the winter solstice. Sounds like it's singing. Upon waking, their thunderous vocalizations can be heard for miles around. Homeowners affected by mountain warlocks often report echoes, rumblings, shaking, or occasionally avalanches. Mountain warlocks are highly territorial and pose a direct mortal danger to any humans or animals that settle or wander near their domain. Their earth-shaking incantations can additionally cause severe damage to a home's foundation. Mountain warlocks cannot be safely removed by human force, but due to their severely dangerous presence, it's highly advised that the homeowners utilize HSH's pest control services as soon as possible. So it's either mountain warlock or it's an avalanche. Well, because here's the problem. The mountain warlock causes avalanches occasionally. Well, this is an actual avalanche. Now, if you submit this, technically, this is not wrong, even if it is the mountain warlock. They're in an avalanche. But it could also just be a mountain warlock. So like a two-step problem, and I can't really tell you which one. There was a little bit of noise, but it just kind of sounded like an avalanche. So I'm going to do something, I think this is going to be wrong. Just because the whole point of this game is cryptids, I'm going to submit the Mountain Warlock, not the Avalanche. But it could be a trap, and it could just be a plain Avalanche. Yeah, so just a plain Avalanche. That is the trap. They're dead, by the way. I'm sorry, it was just like so aptly timed.
The doctors told me to call here. I think I caught some kind of dog disease. My neighbor's freak dog sneezed on me or something, and now it's growing on me.
You got Rudolph.
Underneath my skin, this horrid little bump forming. It's hurting very badly. Please, can you tell me what to do?
Please hold.
Okay, so the trap on the Avalanche one, and this is someone's gonna point this out in the comments probably, and that they are right, is the overthinking was the trap. So I overthought it. I thought, well, this is a game about cryptids. It's probably the thing causing the avalanche, but it's actually the lack of detail meant it was just an avalanche on its own. Red nose is a seasonal illness characterized by the primary symptom of a red berry-like growth emerging from the mammalian proboscis. Most commonly occurs in wild animals but can be transferred to humans via the spores it releases once blossomed. Red nose, while painful during the growth stage, is generally harmless to humans and animals alike with proper rest and care. Red nose will go away on its own after it has blossomed. To prevent red nose from spreading, it is advised to quarantine the affected individual until blossoming has passed. Alright, I mean, we still got plenty of cheer to make it through the entire game. Steven.
Someone is coming into my home. Your security cameras broke on me, so I can't see who it is. I can hear their shoes squeaking or something in the footage when they came in to steal my Santa outfit. Do you have some kind of policy compensating your customers for selling them faulty equipment?
Please hold.
Now, we read the Yule Man earlier. It's in the clattering or giggling, missing pets or children. Shoes squeaking. Stealing a Santa outfit. I think it is Yule Man. I can't really think of anything that really fits this. So I'm just gonna submit that. It could be wrong. It was, okay. It was something about the giggling and the squeakling. So it was one of the older ones. It wasn't one of the new ones. Heads up. I don't know if you heard already, but the pest control department has been panicking and sending out vans all morning. I think something big might be going down. I know you have a lot on your plate already, so I figured I'd give you a heads up. Also, happy Christmas Eve. Hope you've been good this year. I'm not dating you, Rodney. Moderate to high. Cheer levels should be closely monitored. Oh yeah, the Twilight. It's in the list. So if the cheer level goes to 0%, the Twilight wins. Sounds so kind of funny. So I'll definitely, at some point after I beat the game, like run that to 0% out of curiosity. It's probably gonna require multiple days of failing. Twilight is an annual recurring phenomenon known for its diet of fear and suffering. Should it find sufficient... Well, I'll read it after this call.
Hudson here, HSH Pest Control. Listen up. The Mouse King is loose, and it's our understanding he means to stir up trouble of the Yuletide variety. My boys are working around the clock to find him and stop him in his tracks before things get too hairy, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. Little things, if you get my meaning. If you hear
Mouse King.
anything strange, let us know as soon as you can. There's new data coming your way. Read it carefully. Keep those eyes peeled. Hudson out.
I'll go over that in a second. Twilight is an annual occurring phenomenon known for its diet of fear and suffering. Should it find sufficient satiation in these cravings during its time spent in our cosmic proximity, it will proceed to consume all things that dwell above and below the soil. The twilight is a severe existential threat. Man, let me just read.
We need someone to come check our house for damage. I think I felt an earthquake last night. And this morning, I noticed those godless Hendersons across the street crying about something with the police. So I'm fairly sure whatever happened must have been enough to damage our property.
That ironically could be the, there's a couple, well, 3 different things that could be. The twilight is a severe existential threat to all living things. So long as it finds sufficient feeding material, and hunger should be avoided being sated at all costs. The twilight should be kept from all its desires at all costs until it moves past. To prevent its feeding, all manner of fear, agony, and suffering should be avoided or mitigated when at all possible on the calendar days of its proximity between December 21st and December 25th. It is also advised to spread as much cheer and celebration and merriment during this time as is feasible. Alright, so I think already that he... Oh, we have everything available now. That he's talking about one of these old ones. Not old, but like one of the ones we unlocked on the first day. But I'm gonna do a quick click through on these. Oh my god, what are you? So here's another thing I'll do. If some of these things just never come up in context, I will go back and read these all. The new ones, not the ones from the old game. So that way you don't miss out on these. So don't worry about that. We will go through these. Because I myself want to know what's going on. The hunt. Was it a wild hunt? Whoa. The locomotive. This actually could be relevant. He says here, check our house for damage. I felt an earthquake last night, and this morning I noticed those godless Hendersons across the street crying about something. So the Hendersons could be crying because their children were taken. And this, I just noticed that in the speed read. The locomotive is a large segmented train-like organism that can be only seen by animals and human children. It is known only to appear after nightfall after 21st of December. Homeowners affected by the locomotive often report the floor rumbling at night, distant whistling, snow falling in strange patterns, or missing children. The locomotive is... Hold on for a second, let me look here. The earthquake could be the floor rumbling. The locomotive is harmless to human adults, but can prove particularly harmful or even fatal to human children if they choose to enter its domain. Children bearing sufficient faith are known to return the following morning, however. There is no known solution for removing the locomotive from an occupied area while it is stopped. However, the locomotive only remains in one location for a few minutes at a time to attract its prey, before it will move on to other territory on its own. To prevent harm, children and pets should be supervised or kept indoors. The Mouse King. That just looks like a mouse. This description. I gotta read this. The Mouse King is a prominent member of the Traitors Clan of Mice, known for recruiting and leading them in nefarious activities such as riots, heists, and assassinations. Homeowners with the Mouse King often report sounds of squeaking, scratching, and seeing strange mice behavior such as mass coordination or attempts at communication. The Mouse King poses an incredible threat to all living things, and its destruction should be immediately prioritized. The Mouse King should be stopped at all costs, by any means necessary. Homeowners are highly encouraged to use lethal removal methods, including but not limited to mouse traps, toxic sprays, sharp implements, or any licensed firearms. If homeowners will not oblige, they are advised to utilize HSH's pest control services. Oh, that is horrifying. It's not related, though. The Saint... followed by the Sinner. God. It's like Krampus. Alright, let's figure out what's going on here. Oh, and there's the white. Exposed to the thing of the hunt. So I am gonna go with the locomotive. I think the key thing was the other family crying. Yes, it was correct. Moshi moshi.
Oh my god, they're hideous! Your info package was no help at all! That disgusting, sagging thing came back and I saw them take away my blankets! I'll be seeking business elsewhere! Thanks for nothing!
I'm curious, was it the troll? Yeah, it was a troll. Because the squeaking is the air escaping, and it's saggy. So it was a previous thing.
I have been robbed. Someone broke into my house and completely cleaned out the fridge and cabinets last night. There's wine all over my floors, discarded milk jugs. It's absolutely disgusting. I demand a refund for this useless home security package you people sold me. It's only good for hearing thieves cackle after the fact.
Please hold.
You said wine, but I don't believe it's the wine spray. Yeah, no. We actually could be the Yulman now. I remember we read something that said like eat your food. Stolen food, broken windows, giggling, cackling. Yep, now it's the Yulman. It's gonna try to be wrong again. Yeah, okay. Moshi moshi.
It's in my cornflakes. It's in the ceiling. It's in my coffee. God, it's in the wallpaper. Please, make it go away. Make this godforsaken demon go away.
No, I'm not actually sure what you're talking about.
Please hold.
I'm gonna go through some things. Maybe the Yule Goat? There was something weird about this one. We'll read this one now. Yule Goats are goat-shaped apparitions that can sometimes occur in the home during the winter. Homeowners experiencing Yule Goats often report strange coincidences, sighting shapes of goats throughout the house, and imagine sounds of bleeding. Yule Goats are not directly harmful to humans or animals, but their prolonged presence can often cause paranoia or sleep deprivation in affected homeowners, which can sometimes lead to careless household accidents such as fires. As soon as a Yule Goat is suspected to be present in a household, a humble offering of wheat or straw can be made in appeasement. For more persistent infestations, it is advised to utilize HSH's pest control services. I don't think so. Could it be the hunt? I don't think so. The hunt is a storm-like fungal weather phenomenon that it carries with its large quantities of infectious snow-like spores. Homeowners caught in the hunt commonly report thunder, blizzards, electrical outages, and violent or erratic behavior from neighbors. Nothing here sounds like that. The hunt's powerful winds can often cause trees to break or fall, which can lead to dangers such as property damage, electrical outages, or fires. The hunt's spores, if ingested, can also cause unpredictable and hazardous symptoms in humans, such as color blindness, physical deformations, and cannibalistic desires. If the hunt is expected to pass through one's neighborhood, homeowners can take measures to keep safe by quarantining themselves within a basement, cellar, or other underground shelter until the storm and ensuing panic passes. It is advised to keep an emergency supply of food, medicine, and water stocked for such an occasion. It could be the Yule Goat. I'm not really finding anything I feel like it could else ever be. He said godforsaken demon. That could be a hint that, goat is essentially usually associated with demons. I'm just gonna submit the Yule Goat. Because the cons of the Yule Goat is just see it everywhere. I could very well be wrong. Nope, it was Yule Goat. Hmm. I wonder if this is the final day or if we got one more. Because we have everything unlocked. Could have one more.
Everything is shaking! Please, send help!
This one could be the one that I thought, you know, like, remember was the avalanche. Shaking. I'm just gonna submit this one. I'm not gonna put too much effort in this one. I could, like, come back to haunt me. Once again, I am wrong with the Mountain Warlock.
Hudson here. Pay attention. I've got word from the boys that the Mouse King was last seen wearing a disguise. I repeat, the Mouse King has gone incognito.
How am I gonna know you're not the
Look
Mouse
out for
King?
any conspicuous individuals of a rodent-adjacent variety. Hudson out.
Honestly, though, I don't know what else. There's a couple other things that could have been, but, like, look, Lily says shaking, and she's like, everything's shaking. Clock, maybe? Sinking. God, if it was avalanche again.
I think some kind of wild animal's in my house. Our poor wooden floors are scratched to hell and back, and there's a bunch of sap and needles and stuff littered around the place. Please, could you send somebody over to find this thing and get it the hell out of my place?
You have,
Sit quiet, boy. Sit down, hey!
Please hold.
I think it's the Belsnickel. This is just a guess. Yep. Belsnickel is a human-shaped pine-based life form that is known to visit on winter nights, adorned in animal furs and a wooden mask bearing a friendly visage. Homeowners experiencing a Belsnickel often report break-ins, finding berries, sap, pine needles, or scratch marks on the floor, or dead pets. Belsnickels, because that's why they kept having the dog bark, this part right here. Belsnickels do not pose any mortal harm to humans they encounter, but they are known to occasionally lash out at those they perceive as wrongdoers. Their presence can be highly hazardous to any furry mammals or pets in the house, should they require more pelts. The berries they occasionally leave behind are both safe to eat and delicious. Belsnickels will usually pass through a home and move on to others by the end of a single night. Multiple visits to a single home are rare, but more persistent visitations may be a sign of troublesome moral activities occurring inside the home. Dorothy? What are you doing in there? Then what was that thing that the one woman could have been? We'll know when she calls back and says she's dying. Was it Lily Avalanche again? Or was it Sinking Foundation? No. It was either Avalanche or Clock again. I mean, Avalanche again or Clock. Huh.
Please, you have to help me. I think my husband has joined some kind of cult. He's not acting like himself lately, and I found what looked like satanic symbols in the attic, along with what looked like a scarecrow in the center.
Oh my god.
Please hold.
You have one of two things, and they're both really bad. Let me finish reading this one, though. So I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this well, and I even looked it up, and then I think I'm going to butcher it. I think you pronounce it as cloche, almost. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really encounter this word very often. And I mean, I self-taught myself English, technically, so like, if I didn't encounter a word, then I wouldn't know it. Cloche are large circular stone formations known to appear around homes during the winter. Homeowners with cloche are often reporting clear skies, a feeling of instability and sinking. Could be. Cloche are hazardous to homes and their inhabitants, as the ground in the center of the formation will gradually sink lower until a deep pit is formed, damaging a home's foundation in the process and preventing homeowners from leaving. Homeowners wishing to prevent damage to their home are advised to seek the aid of the ones conducting the cloche, bringing either an offer of gold or their firstborn child. If no negotiations are possible, it is advised to vacate the home as soon as possible. It could have been avalanche again, though. They did do, like, doubles and some stuff before. So, what she's dealing with, though, and I'm gonna... You're either Perchta, or there's another one over here. Hans, or whatever. Perchta is a large humanoid creature vaguely resembling an elderly human woman with a beak-like nose and long sheet-like skin. Perchta is known for entering homes full of refuse, chaos, and filth. Homeowners experiencing Perchta often report break-ins, nightly sounds of clattering, and shed skin on floors. I don't think so now. Perchta is incredibly dangerous to homeowners inhabiting its chosen domains and was often utilized nearby humans as a makeshift scarecrow to keep other pests at bay. Most human adults do not usually survive this process. Perchta cannot be easily or safely removed from a home when it's claimed, so it's advised for homeowners to immediately evacuate the premises if Perchta is suspected to be present. Homeowners are advised to prevent Perchta from being attracted to their homes in the first place by keeping their homes clean and free of filth. It doesn't say anything about satanic symbols. So this is why it also can be Hans. So his husband has joined some kind of cult. Not acting like himself lately. Yeah, Hans is a human-shaped husk of cloth, rags, and straw known for sneaking into the homes. That's the scarecrow. And domains of the affluent, wealthy, and fortunate. Homes occupied by Hans commonly suffer symptoms such as the appearance of strange markings, the faint sounds of rustling, or occupants suddenly behaving abnormally. It's Hans. While Hans does not directly harm those he crosses paths with, Hans can negatively impact the lives of homeowners should he complete the process of occupation. Occupied human adults may commit acts they do not condone, including more hazardous behaviors such as murder, you better get out of there, girl, debauchery, and arson. Homeowners should swiftly evacuate any home suspected of Hans's occupation. Should the family member or loved one be successfully occupied by Hans, it is advised to contact HSH's Pest Control Services immediately. And I'm just gonna submit this. I really 100% think it's Hans. Was it wrong? Did it just move? I wasn't paying attention to the bar up there.
Our house is falling apart. The floorboards are cracking, the doors aren't closing properly, and nothing is draining anymore. Something very strange is happening, and I suspect it has something to do with my neighbor's renovation project. I've been seeing people hauling around giant rocks all week. Who knows if they damaged something on my property?
Okay, we know exactly what this is, because we just read that a little bit earlier.
Someone stole our competition out from under us. I know it's those no-good Derricksons.
Damn
They've always
Derricksons.
been jealous of us taking the annual Grand Gingerbread Master Award. Oh, rather than improve their own skills, they decided to break into our home last night and steal our post office. I found poor little postman Peter collapsed in pieces on the floor, right next to a big hole with the burned remains of our post office inside. The police won't do anything. Can you come and perform a citizen's arrest?
Please hold.
What? Maybe it's animation. I don't know. I think this is wrong. Oh, it was animation. Oh, it was one of the old ones.
I'm not sure who else to call about this, but, something very weird is going on in our neighborhood. Some strange man in a large trench coat and Halloween mask is going around ringing neighbors' doors carrying some kind of paper or notes. He hasn't come to my house yet, but I'm very afraid of what they might be up to. Pepper, stop scratching the door. He's going to think we're home.
Please hold.
It could be the, paper and note. Let's check the Saint. The Saint is a warlock sometimes resembling a bearded, elderly human male adorned in thick robes, often seen riding... I mean, you count that a trench coat? Horse-like creature. The Saint is known for traveling through snowstorms at night, leaving strange artifacts on the doorsteps of homeowners. Often the Saint's arrival is followed by the sinner shortly afterward. The acceptance of the artifacts granted by the Saint by bringing them within one's home could often result in a gift receiver experiencing great fortune and luck for a span of 30 years. After the 30-year period, the Saint will return the collector due. Oh, it's not advised to accept these gifts. While the Saint cannot be prevented from delivering their gifts, homeowners can simply remove the gifts from their doorsteps and burn them outdoors to prevent accidental acceptance. It is, however, highly advised to wait until the morning after the following day to remove these gifts. And it's paired with the Sinner. The Sinner is a large bipedal goat-like creature known for breaking into homes and devouring human children, usually arriving after a snowstorm has passed. Homeowners often report the sound of chains or hooves, broken doors or windows, and missing children. The Sinner is highly dangerous to human children that crosses its path, as it is known to ravenously attempt to devour them on sight. Human adults that are too large to eat are not usually at risk, unless they attempt to come between the Sinner and its feast. The Sinner will not enter the homes of those with a gift from the Saint at their doorstep. As such, it is highly advised not to remove these gifts on the night of a snowstorm. The Sinner will continue to move from home to home once it is fully fed. I've seen nothing about paper or masks. So I'm gonna say it might be the Saint. The paper or note might be like, Santa Claus checking his list twice. The cat meowing bothers me. I think there could be another layer of that that's like tricking me off. I'm gonna put in the Saint just because that's the closest thing I can think of to to a coat, like you said, trench coat. And Santa's checking his list, checking this twice. No, it was wrong. It was wrong. So what were you? Were you the Mouse King? You disguised as a human?
He's at my door. The trench coat man. The info you sent didn't help, and now he's here. The least you can do is stay on the line with me while I get rid of him.
Sir, kindly get off my property now before I... Pepper, what are you doing? What the hell is going on?
Your cat? Huh. Was it the hunt?
I need you to send out someone to change out our locks. My mother-in-law has finally gone far enough, and I've had it with her. I don't know how, but I think she's managed to get a copy of my key to come in and leave these creepy little dolls for my kids at night.
Okay, I know what this one is.
Old bag myself
The gift tag.
on the security camera. It's a bit fuzzy, but I can make out those crony old arms of hers.
Please hold.
Erratic behavior from neighbors. Huh. Trench coat. The gift hag is a humanoid creature somewhat resembling an elderly woman human woman with a smiling face covered in soot or soil, is known to quietly slip into homes during the winter and often leaves behind trinkets such as makeshift dolls, wooden idols, or sharp twigs and rocks. The gift tag and its gift are mostly harmless to humans, though careless play with sharp rocks and twigs can often result in human children injuring themselves. If homeowners wish to keep the gift tag from entering their home during the winter, they may choose to close off access to the home's chimney. Let me, I wanna check something here. No. What was the last one? Trench coat, mask, and then the cat did something. 8% accuracy. Not the worst it can be. And they had a paper and list, or something. Yep, there's Twilight, very high. Increased levels of cheer spreading is highly advised. Hey, what are you doing here on Christmas, dog? Unfortunately, we both know why I'm sorry this always falls on your plate, Becca. Especially with the extra madness going on at pest control this year. Today's gonna be a rough one. It could have been the mouse. If the mouse king could look like a human, then that's why the cat was meowing like crazy. Here's hoping to see you tomorrow, dude. We have to thank you for this past year. It's the final day. Christmas Day, yeah. I am really curious what the bad ending is, because there was a live-action cutscene for the previous bad end. What have we not read? Antler growths. Antler growths are a family of fungi known for growing in tall antler-like arrangements, most often seen growing on decomposing humans or mammals. Sufficiently large growths can often induce motor movement in their hosts. Antler growths are not dangerous on their own, but the movements they induce in their chosen hosts can often result in hazardous behavior towards living creatures in the vicinity, such as clawing, grabbing, or biting. To prevent antler growths from occurring due to decomposition, it is advised to burn the remains of the deceased. Okay, fine. Or to otherwise bury the deceased at least 6 feet beneath the soil to ensure maximum safety from potential hazardous behaviors.
We almost had him, but that little royal pain
No, it was not the mouse.
Slip. He was last seen hightailing it towards the head office with his swarm in tow. I repeat, you have a whole gaggle of mice coming your way. My boys are coming in to break the walls down. We're gonna seize the king no matter what. Tell your buddies up at IT they're gonna have plenty of work ahead of them tomorrow. That's how it has to be. Hudson out.
Damn you, Mouse King. New entries, but you gave me all of them before. Hi.
Greetings, Rebecca. I'm certain that you've seen the skies today. The light's gaze has fallen upon us. I'm calling to wish you and the rest of the caller response team the best of fortunes. I know I need not remind thee that this day is one of great import, and is to be treated with the utmost gravity. Spread much merriment, and cheer to all you can, and I hope to see you all on the morrow.
Yes. We haven't read Ogress yet. Let me get the next call, then I'll check this out.
Some Christmas-hating hooligan has broken into our house. I heard them fiddling around last night with God knows what and came downstairs to find they disappeared. They even drank all the milk we left out for Santa. Thankfully, my kids are none the wiser.
Could be a few things.
Please hold.
So I'm just gonna read this anyways. Ogress. Ogresses are large 8 to 10 foot cave-dwelling creatures, typically only active at high elevations during the winter. Homeowners typically do not experience an ogress directly, but rather report other consequences of its presence, such as yeomen or yule cats. In some rare instances, an ogress will see fit to visit a home if they fail to acquire their targets through other means. Either their size or subsequent entrance into a home can prove catastrophic to a home's roofing, foundation, and its inhabitants. To prevent an ogress from entering one's home, it is highly advised to avoid escalating their activities by allowing humans access to a home. Homeowners that wish to avoid the attention of an ogress in the first place can reinforce and advise benevolent behavior in their children. I don't think I technically read time wisps. Time wisps are a subspecies of wisp that appear as faint candle-like lights with a friendly visage. They are known to temporarily displace objects and persons in time, and are most active at night. Homeowners that have experienced time wisps often report a feeling of newfound gratitude for life, desire to better themselves, or immense existential dread. Time wisps' tendency towards temporal displacement, while sometimes beneficial, can often result in causing intense anxiety or stress in those that have witnessed their fates to be. Time wisps will pass through on their own in the course of a single night, and no further actions required. White, we didn't read this one yet. Whites are a misshapen form of humans that have been exposed to the effects of the hunt, coming in a variety of unfortunate bodily configurations. Whites are known for their wild and unpredictable violent behavior. Homeowners experiencing whites often report signs of gurgling, coughing, or hacking. Whites are highly dangerous and will attempt to bite or otherwise harm most humans and animals on site. Their relative speed and strength can wildly vary, though most direct encounters are fatal. Whites generally have very short lifespans and will often perish on their own, usually within 48 hours, for medical disadvantages granted them by their particular bodily configuration. More persistent whites can be removed through the use of any nearby sharp implements, licensed firearms, or through HSH's pest control services. Lock and load. Winter fur, we did not read this one yet. Winter fur is a highly contagious seasonal virus known to cause the rapid growth of white hair, like follicles, across an infected individual's face, body, and eyes. Full coverage is expected to occur within the first 48 hours after infection. It is most commonly found in mammals and is contracted through direct contact with the infected. Subsequent blindness caused by the winter fur can create more hazardous conditions and reduce quality of life for those infected. Winter fur is also known to attract other dangerous pests such as any variety of ticks or fleas. Once winter fur has completed its growth, it can be mitigated using any variety of traditional shaving equipment such as razors to reduce the chance of attracting ticks or fleas. The infected individual should be quarantined from other parties indefinitely to avoid spreading the virus further. I'm just gonna put Yuleman again. It can, because they do double up sometimes, but it can be one of the old ones. I'm not really confident in this choice. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. I was really not confident. Just see, there's so many things that go in and like steal food and stuff. There was a hint maybe with the thing about kids.
Is it normal for a northern lights to show up in broad daylight for us folks in Texas? The sky's been looking real strange all day. Could a power plant be leaking nearby or something? Looks like the sky went all radioactive, if you know what I mean.
Please hold.
I mean, that's either the twilight or the hunt. But this looks like the Northern Lights. Which it was.
They tried taking my baby! I boarded everything up, but I think I made them mad. I hear something coming. Something coming from the mountains. Listen to this. You have to help me!
Please hold.
Mountain Warlock? You said the mountain. Yeah, we're in the end game, so everything's gonna be glitched out. I'm gonna just submit the Mountain Warlock, because you say he came from the mountain. I keep failing on this one. I wanted to be right this one. No! I just wanted to be right once. When are you gonna give me the Mountain Warlock? Huh? Give it up, Manly. Mountain Warlock's never gonna be it.
What is this thing in our house? I saw it hide behind our couch. It's hideous. Come and get this little thing out of our house this instant.
Alright, it was one like the Boggarts or whatever.
There's a nudist in our neighborhood. I contacted the authorities about this pervert crisis, but they told me to call you instead. Last night, I saw my neighbor darting through the neighborhood completely in the nude. The pervert looked like he was terrified of being caught, as he's right to be. I need you to send someone over to arrest this nuisance right now.
Please hold.
Please hold. Okay, we got our things back, thankfully. This actually could be a Yule Cat. He might have like lost his clothing. I'm actually gonna I'm just gonna throw in Yule Cat. He's scared because the cat's chasing him. I was right.
Heed this warning, Rebecca. You know, as well as I, the potential consequences of failure during this time. But perhaps this reminder may serve to further stoke thy fire. Please, for all our sakes, answer future calls with careful consideration of the cost
No.
we all pay, Rebecca.
It's funny to me. There's no repercussions from my end. Only entertainment.
Oh, thank God you answered. I don't know how long we have before the power goes out again, but please, you have to send somebody out here. I'm at 451 Grover Lane. The storm is bad. It's really, really bad.
The
And
hunt.
my mom got caught in a storm on her walk, and now she's in pain. I didn't know who else to call. What do I do?
Please hold.
It's the hunt. The hunt's like a storm. It's totally not actually snow though. It's yeah, you're going Last of Us. Wow, that was actually hardcore. Hmm.
We need help. I think we're caught in an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Everything is shaking.
Please
Okay,
hold.
it's finally time. It's finally the Mountain Warlock. This time for sure. Yes! I wonder what got the person's baby. There was a few things there could have been.
Hey, yeah, there's something real strange happening outside our house. The sky looks all green, and I have a bad feeling about it. A real bad feeling.
Please hold.
Yeah, that's just Twilight. Again. Don't worry about that, it's just the end of the world. If I fail.
There's someone trying to spy on my son Richie and I. Just the other night, while it was raging outside, some prankster with a death wish came to our door and just absolutely hammered on it and left before I could answer. This kid left some kind of weird-looking orb on our porch, so I punted it into the trash. Probably some kind of spy camera to case the joint with.
Oh, that's
Please hold.
the Saint. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it's the Saint. Yeah, that's right, because it's during a storm. Then we'll probably get the Sinner soon.
Some kind of insane drunk man is in our neighborhood, limping around and trying to bite people.
A white.
Send help over. The children can't go outside anymore with this lunatic lurching around and chasing the neighbors while wearing this stupid little reindeer headpiece.
Please hold.
Oh, that's actually a antler growth. Because it did say it does cause it to bite.
Hello? Are the lines still open? We just spent the night in our bunker during last night's storm, and it sounds like a ghost town out there. It's dead silent, save for the sound of some wandering souls coughing their lungs out. Did the commies drop a deuce on us? Please confirm. Over and out.
Please hold.
White. Coughing. Because the Sinner doesn't make any, like, notable noise, I believe. Yeah. So that one earlier could have also been the Sinner, but the mountain thing. Like I said, there's a few things in this list that I know, like, have to do with, like, taking in children and eating them or stuff. It just sucks to be a kid in this universe.
What's happened to my husband? I came home from a trip and... Oh, God! It's horrible! The police won't do anything. Please, send someone. What kind of sick person would do something like this? There's so much blood. And straw. So much straw.
Please hold.
Oh. Perched straws because they were making him into a... How do I describe it? A scarecrow.
The lights. They're so beautiful, yet I feel so empty. So empty.
Please hold.
Frost wisps? No. Memory... Not the memory wisp. Could be a time wisp again. But it could also just be the Twilight again. Let's try Twilight. If it's not that, it's time. Nope, it was just Twilight again.
My Greta! She's gone!
That's the sinner.
Please hold.
Your kid's been basically Krampus.
I think there's something wrong with
Wow,
our
there's a lot of
heating
calls
system.
tonight.
We have all the windows open right now because we're just boiling alive. I've gone to the basement to manually turn off the heater, but somehow it keeps getting
Dwarf.
turned back on and cranked up way too high.
Please hold.
I mean, there's something else it can be too. I'm just gonna submit dwarf and call it. Let's try to get for this day. Those dwarfs. Yeah, it's the Twilight. Don't worry about it. End of the world.
I can't bear it. I can't bear it. I can feel it. It's coming for us. For all of us.
Please hold.
I think the horror aspect actually has been amplified ironically in this one. Next call. You're on the Mouse King.
First off, you're welcome. Me and the boys had to make quite a mess to do it, but we finally done it. Yeah, that's right. We got you, Your Majesty. The rest of them scattered to the winds as soon as we captured their not-so-mighty leader. Spread the good news around the office and maybe call the IT department, some carpenters, and a plumber as soon as you can. Pretty sure that pipe is gonna burst one way or another anyway. Happy Yuletide, season's greetings. Hudson out.
Thanks, Hudson. Day's ending.
You have worked the miracle once again, Rebecca. Thanks to you, the Lights Watch has passed over us once again. You are truly a lifesaver.
Minimal
As a friendly
casualties.
reminder, the office Christmas party begins on the morrow, so we had best see you there. May the Yule shine upon thee and be ever merry, Rebecca.
Sure thing, Carol. We'll see you there. I like the touch of the shirts and stuff. You got yourself a... Something's going down. Oh yeah, it's one of the, She was just pogged. Alright, so we're gonna go through and purposely fail and get a bad ending. Out of curiosity, I'm curious if this was the Ogress. Oh, so it was the Ogress in the end.
What is this crap your people sent me? While this pervert is running free, you're here wasting my precious time and my... What's that sound? Oh, nice kitty. Nice kitty. Hey, no.
I'll be honest, I'll say this once again, some of these bad ends are entertaining. in a horror style way. They really changed the atmosphere of the game, actually.
Please hold.
Alright, just one more fail, we get the bad end.
Please hold.
Critical.
Any punishment I am able to mete out pales in comparison to what will now transpire. Return to thy home and enjoy the last few precious moments of this fertile earth while it remains. Farewell, Rebecca.
Later, Carol.
Reports are coming in of strange green lights appearing in the sky.
Are panicking as the lights approach.
Extreme weather conditions across.
Christmas is ruined and the world is destroyed. So, that's it for Home Safety Hotline Seasonal Worker. So, essentially, this was just more Home Safety Hotline. Strangely enough, it is actually a little more horror leaning. There was many more deadly, kind of like, horrible outcome creatures and cryptids and stuff. For it being like a seasonal, like, holidays setting. But the game is still just as good as ever. It really had like a very simple formula, but a very well executed, good simple formula. Like, once again, it's not, especially if you like get nothing but right answers, it's not like really scary. It's just it's very interesting. Now, you could go through and purposely get some bad ends and see or hear some scary outcomes or whatever. But I think I said something kind of like this in the first playthrough of the original game, that the way this executes horror is a little different. It's not like scary. There is actually some like kind of logical lore to everything and how it's all kind of composed, which makes it very different than some other like executions of not this gameplay, but just the subject of like, usually things are like more like, oh, SCP, right? This is kind of like that in the sense it's an organization that is helping with things that are beyond human comprehension, rather. But there's a much more like grounded, whimsical, kind of like mundane way of it's kind of going about it that's very like unique and fun. But yeah, aside from that, very solid DLC. I liked it very much. Anyway, so if you go watch play Home Safety Hotline, seasonal DLC, I'll see you guys later and take it easy.